morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel and to another full day of eating. Now, I haven't done one of these videos in a very long time, so bear with me here. If you guys watched my podcast episode from last week, maybe a few days ago, maybe it was last week, you'll know that since I've done one of these videos, I've changed my diet a little bit. I've added some more carbohydrates in, and I've done that because I've been doing more high intensity exercise through hockey, which is actually why I've been up since 4:30 this morning, because I had a skate this morning at 5:45. So this was a very, very early morning. And another thing I talk about in that video is how I've been making sure to eat before and after exercise. I'll talk a little bit more about why I'm doing this as we go through that video, or you can check out my podcast episode. I'll link that above because I go over all of that in that video. Now, I didn't film this morning because it was pitch black when I left my house, but on my way to the rink, I had a collagen coffee, so I had some collagen in there, and then I had 2 dates as well. And obviously, I hydrated with electrolytes. Sody is my favorite. Do I have any in here? Yep. Always have them in my car, so these are the best electrolytes that I use and recommend. And yeah, they're high in sodium, which a lot of other, depending on the sports electrolyte you choose, none of them are as high in sodium as Sodi and Element. Those are the two that actually have what you need and don't have any artificial sweetener or sugar or anything like that. Hydrated, got a little bit of sugar from the dates to fuel my workout, got some protein in the morning, which is important, and post-exercise, I had a shake, which I have a little bit left, or nope, finished it. Just a whey protein powder, no other ingredients except for whey and I think cacao powder. Added a little bit of honey into that as well, just to replenish my glycogen stores, because I have not a workout, but like a light mobility session to do this afternoon. So replenishing those. Also added 5 grams of creatine in, which is really important for muscle recovery too, and is just so beneficial for other areas of health as well, especially our brain function. Taking that post-workout is when it's going to be most beneficial. Now, I have just stopped to get another coffee, and then I'll be driving home, and yeah, I'll touch base with you guys in a little bit.
Realizing that your friend hasn't watched.
Hello. Hello. So on any other usual morning, I would have a bit more structure to my morning routine. Usually I get up at 6:30 and I'll have that collagen coffee. I'll do some red light therapy, do some journaling, that sort of thing. And then by about 7:30, I usually go for a morning walk, which is like half an hour to an hour. I'm kind of running out of time this morning. I need to get to the gym for this mobility session, so I'm not gonna have time to do that, but this is something I try to do every single morning, is to get sunlight exposure. And I'm sure you've heard me talk about this in videos before, because morning sunlight exposure, the closer you can get it to when you wake up, this helps sync your circadian rhythm. It tells your body that it's morning, hormones are released to energize you, and it also starts a timer for when melatonin and other sleep hormones will be released later that night. So by getting outside in the morning, no sunglasses, you can't get the sunlight through windows either, it has to be direct. This is just gonna help you sleep better, keep you more energized during the day. But yeah, that's about consistency. So missing one day here and there, not the end of the world. Usually I try to get it at least 6 times a week, and I'm pretty good with that. Most weeks I can get it 7 days, except for in situations like this. But now, let's make some food. I'm I'm reading through some of my comments today because I posted that podcast episode where I talk about the diet changes I've made, which basically is just more carbohydrates. And you guys are so nice. Honestly, I have the best community here on YouTube. Sometimes my videos on TikTok will get pushed out to the wrong crowd, and it can be a little bit overwhelming. I'm pretty neutral to dealing with that sort of stuff nowadays, but all the comments on YouTube are always so nice. You guys are the best. Always positive feedback or constructive feedback. I mean, there's the odd little hate comment here or there. One person commented, low carb sucks, and I was like, well, it doesn't. I'm not anti-low carb by any means. And he's like, did I hurt your feelings? No, you can eat however you want. I just personally don't believe low carb sucks, and I'm saying that as someone who is not eating a very low carb diet. You do you. Those people, they crack me up. Ooh, it is actually turned out to be a very nice day. So it's October right now, obviously, if you're watching this video, but it's just getting into spring in Australia. Actually, we're a month into spring already. So that means that it is warming up here, and today was actually a pretty warm day, which was nice. In South Australia where I live, it's more of like a dry heat. So that means if the sun's not out, it can be pretty cool. And that means when the sun sets, it can still be cool as well. So because it's not really a humid climate here, I don't know, I find it takes, what is my cat doing? Sometimes it doesn't feel as hot, but in the summer, that dry heat definitely feels hot on those 40-degree days, 40 degrees Celsius. For all of you American viewers. My point is, turned out to be a really nice day. So if I look a little bit sweaty, it's because I just went for a walk. Now, similar to how I always try to go for a walk in the morning as close to wake up as possible, I try to do the same thing at sunset. Viewing light right at sunset or close to sunset does have a similar effect in how it syncs your circadian rhythm. It's not as strong as morning sunlight is, but it does still make a difference. So most days, if I'm just at home, I'm going to go for a walk, usually around 5:30, 6:30, that time. The sun's setting a bit after 7 right now. So I'll go for like a hour walk. Then when I get home, I'll do a few things, tidying up around the house, and I try to use my sauna blanket every night, or I try to use my sauna blanket as often as I can. And if I'm not using it directly after a workout, I try to use it 2 hours before bed and just for 30 minutes. Now this helps with sleep as well because it takes about an hour and a half for your body to rebound and cool down after it's heated up, as it is in a sauna and to some extent in a hot shower. So if you are exposed to heat exposure 2 hours to an hour and a half before bed, then your body temperature will drop right at the time you're planning to go to sleep. Again, try to time that if I'm gonna do it in the evening. I will link to the sauna blanket I use because in comparison to having a whole sauna in your house, it is extremely affordable. It's also more compact. You can store it. It's easy to clean. I just have it set up on my spare bed, so I'll use it in the evenings or after a workout, like I said, and then I will wipe it down, clean up the sweat, run to the shower, rinse off, and if it's in the evening, I will then hop into bed. But tonight, I am actually going to a quiz night with some friends. We have a team that goes every Wednesday. Some weeks we do better than others. What I've learned is that I do not have a lot of general knowledge in my head. So I feel like I am more of a liability to my team than an asset, but it's fun regardless. I think that is where I'm gonna wrap up today's video. So thank you guys for joining me, and let me know if you enjoyed this and if you want to see more what I eat in a day videos, or if you have any other questions about how I'm eating and how I'm fueling for exercise and that sort of thing. Happy to answer all of your questions. Just leave them down below. Even if you want to say hi, just leave that in the comments down below too. I love chatting with you guys. I try to respond to as many comments as possible, but I hope you have a fabulous rest of your week, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.